Test. Test.
Welcome here to Spanish Fork High School, or the Spanish Fork Baseball Complex, as we're just getting underway here between the Lady Bulldogs from Gunnison Valley High School and the Lady Wolves from Enterprise High School. And the Lady Bulldogs are the designated home team, and the Lady Wolves have got their first base runner. She drew a walk, and so with one on, nobody out, and at the plate for the Lady Wolves is. Ali Lobb. Ali, a fantastic player. Will probably be on the mound for the Lady Wolves, and she's trying to move the runner across here. Gets a ball one count from Emily Brackett, draws another outside pitch. So Ali Lobb ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. If you're just joining us, welcome here to a two-way state quarterfinal. A couple of heavyweights in girls softball, the Lady Bulldogs and Lady Wolves scoring off here. And Emily Brackett not able to find the strike zone quite as much, maybe as Coach Tyson Brackett would like early on, but it's a 2-1 count. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ali Lobb. There's that pitch in, and I believe that's called a ball as well. So 3 balls, 1 count. Certainly a hitter's count. And I would imagine that Emily Brackett needs to bring it right down the pipe here. Want to throw a strike, and she hits Lobb, and so Enterprise got a little something cooking here in the top half of the first. 2 on, nobody out, and coming up to the plate now is jersey number 2, and let me find her on the roster here. I believe that's Kendi Christensen. So Kendi, a junior, multiple utility player, can play the outfield and the infield, and she has a runner in scoring position and a chance to really get a good start here for the Lady Wolves. 2 on, nobody out here at Spanish Fork, 2A state quarterfinal. Here comes Emily Brackett's first pitch. Looks good, and it is called a strike. So Emily Brackett, a senior pitcher, kind of the ace for the Lady Bulldogs here for several years. Got herself in a little bit of a bind here, and see if she can work her way out of it. That's what good pitchers do. Second pitch, swung on and missed. And that gets Emily Brackett ahead in the count. And now a lot of options here. Do not be surprised if this is not a strike. Maybe something on the edge is trying to induce a bad swing here. Pitch is just inside. Bounced a little bit. Ball 1. Once again, the Lady Wolves have a little something cooking here. They've got a runner at second and first. Nobody out. A 2-1 count for Christensen here at the plate. Brackett delivers. Chopper is going to go to the shortstop. Going to hold, and all the runners are going to be safe. Just kind of caught Taylor Brackett in a bad spot at the shortstop position, and by the time she could kind of get it out of her mitt, everybody was safe. So, Lady Wolves off to a fantastic start. Nobody out. Bases loaded. And that brings to the plate Ronnie Robinson, a junior. We got to credit Kanji Bundy for getting a really good jump on that ground ball, and made it so that there wasn't an easy play at third. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a little high. Ball 1. Ronnie Robinson, say at the plate. Bases are loaded for her. Table is set. Here we go. Brackett gets the call from the dugout. Sets herself. Here's the delivery. Swung on, foul. Back of the plate. Evens the count. A 1 ball, 1 strike. Once again, thank you for joining us here on Centricom simulcast here at the 2A state softball tournament. A couple of couple of region champs here in the Lady Bulldogs and the Lady Wolves. And the Lady Wolves are in a great position here as that ball is chopped again, foul. It creates a 2-strike, 1-ball situation. Big out here if Emily Brackett can induce a strikeout or any force at any plate here. So infield's kind of in, looking to come home if it's a ground ball. There's the pitch, drove in right to the second base, and Kaisley Wynn, she makes the play through to first to try and double up, but Enterprise's Christensen back in time. Kindy didn't overcommit on the run. So big out there for the Lady Bulldogs as Kaisley Wynn records the first out of the inning. Bases are still loaded with 1 out. So still a little trouble here for the Lady Bulldogs. That pitch caught the outside corner for strike 1. And at the plate is Elena Ramos for the Lady Wolves. She takes a strike 1 on the first pitch. Brackett delivers outside, ball 1, 1-1. For the Bulldogs, you'd have to think even if they could get out of this inning with just a 1-run deficit, or, you know, if you could induce a double play here to get out of the inning completely. If you're the Wolves, you really, with bases loaded, no outs, you really want to push some runs across here to start this game. Here's the pitch. Chopper is going to go to Wynn. Wynn's going to go to first and get the sure out, which she does. That does bring home Bundy. So it's 2 down. Runners move up. Third base, second base. So second and third, 2 outs. Enterprise does get a run across, and coming to the plate, Dakel Jones. Miss Jones plays the infield and the outfield. Infield outfielder. She is a freshman. So can the freshman deliver here in a big spot? That pitch called a strike by the umpire. Apologize if we hesitate a little bit. We're far enough away that we can't hear the umpire's verbal cues. We have to wait for his signal hand gesture, which comes a little bit late. But that was called a strike. Brackett induces another chop. It goes right to the first baseman, Hallie Biergard. She tosses it to Kaisley Wynn, who was covering first. And considering that Enterprise had the bases loaded and no outs, and they were only able to push 1 run across, the Lady Bulldogs have to feel pretty good about getting out of that half of the inning. At the end of 1 half, the Lady Wolves 1, the Lady Bulldogs 0, and they're coming up.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
Azomite Mineral Products in Nephi is using a unique deposit to create fertilizers and as a feed ingredient for customers all over the world. Their Feed Grit product, used as a feed ingredient for livestock, is gaining popularity because research has indicated its potential to improve overall animal health. Azomite can be found at your IFA Country Store, Steve Regan stores, or on their website at azomite.com. For more information, visit them on Facebook, Twitter, or the web. Azomite is excited to be part of the Nephi community and supports Juab High School athletics.
Welcome back here to the Spanish Fork Softball Complex. If you're just joining us, we're in the bottom half of the first. The Lady Wolves from Enterprise drew first blood. They were able to push 1 run across, but they did have the bases loaded, nobody out. But a couple of a line out and a couple of ground outs softened the blow for the Lady Bulldogs. So here we enter the bottom half of the first. The Lady Wolves 1, the Lady Bulldogs nothing. But the Lady Bulldogs coming to the plate, and they'll be led off by Emily Brackett, a very seasoned senior, and also on the mound for the Bulldogs. And she's coming to the plate to see if she can't start to set the table here for the Lady Bulldogs in their half of the first. As many of you are probably wondering, this game was supposed to start at 2 o'clock, but because of weather, waiting for that front to move through, we're now getting started. Here we go. Emily Brackett steps in. Referee points at Ali Lobb, and we're ready for the bottom half of the first. between Enterprise and Gunnison. Here we go. Lob, the windup and the pitch into the dirt, ball one. Ali Lob, a fantastic player in her own right. Did a lot of pitching for this Enterprise team last year as a freshman and now just a sophomore, and does a great job. So sophomore facing senior. Brackett, good eye, takes an outside pitch. And the count now swinging in her favor as it's 2 balls, no strikes. Lob looks over into the dugout, gets the sign, the windup, and the delivery. Going to be into the dirt again. So Emily Brackett very patient, taking some pitches, and pushes it to a 3-ball, no strike count. Wonder if she has the green light or if she's going to be taking. I'd say she's taking. Here's the pitch. She's taking all the way. And that pitch from Lob catches the outside corner. Pretty good pitch. So Brackett digs in now. 3 balls, 1 strike. Lob into her windup. The delivery. Swung on, hot smash to the third base. It's going to get through the wickets. And Brackett on at first as that really came hot off of Emily Brackett's bat, and Kanji Bundy unable to field it cleanly. And so the Bulldogs get their leadoff runner on. And that brings up the other Brackett sister, Taylor Brackett. Left-handed player, really likes to slap that ball the other way. See what happens here in this confrontation. Lob's pitch, bunted foul. Back at the plate, into the screen. So Brackett trying to test that glove of Kanji Bundy at the third base line, but that one went foul. So no balls, 1 strike here on Taylor Brackett. Her sister's at first, nobody out. Lob into the windup. Here's the delivery. Going to be outside. Even up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Both teams' hitters taking some pitches and taking the measure of these young ladies on the mound. Here we go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lob and the delivery. Looks like it's going to be called strike on the inside corner. So Ali Lob pushes it now to her favor. 2 strikes, 1 ball. Emily Brackett at first for the Bulldogs. Nobody out. Bottom half of the first. Enterprise with a 1-run lead. Lob, the 2-1 pitch. Into the dirt. It gets by the catcher, and that's going to send Emily Brackett on down to second. So Gunnison has a runner in scoring position with nobody out, as that pitch got by Jessica Chambers, and she couldn't quite field it cleanly. And opportunity for the Bulldogs, Lady Bulldogs, to get that runner in scoring position in the person of Emily Brackett. 2-2 count. Slapped. Opposite. Can the throw be made? No, it cannot. And Emily Brackett beats out an infield single. Emily Brackett, her sister, holds at second. So the Lady Bulldogs have a little something cooking here. 2 on, nobody out. And that brings up the the second baseman, Kesley Wynn. Kesley, a slick fielding junior. She steps in here, a right-handed batter. See if she can move the runners over. A base hit might score a run here with Brackett in scoring position. Pitch, bunted. Well done. Will it stay fair? It will not. Just a little bit too much spin, and it trickled foul. Had a right to left spin. It was going clockwise, and if it had had counterclockwise spin, it would have stayed fair, and it would have been a lot of trouble for the Enterprise fielders. As it is, it's an interesting strike. No balls, 1 strike. Kesley gets the call from the dugout, steps in, lob into the windup. Here's the pitch. Oh, the runners are moving, and that gets Emily Brackett. Nice play there as Jessica Chambers dusted off her cannon, zipped one down to Bundy at third. Nice tag, and Emily Brackett is out at third. Taylor Brackett quickly moved on over to second base. So runner in scoring position. 1 down now. Runner at second in the form of Taylor Brackett. Here's the pitch from Lob outside. So Kesley Wynn's going to have to dig in here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Both the third baseman and the first baseman are in for the Enterprise Wolves. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a line drive into base hit into the alley. That's going to make it all the way to the fence, and that's going to score. Taylor Brackett from second in, standing up with a stand-up double as she went shopping at the gap. Kesley Wynn just drove that into between the center fielder and the right fielder. One hopped into the fence. An RBI double for Kesley Wynn. She's now standing at second base in scoring position. And McKaylin Edwards, the cleanup hitter for the Lady Bulldogs, steps in. Another junior player here for the Lady Bulldogs. Lob's pitch right down the middle, and that would be called a strike. So strike 1 for Lob. Once again, if you're just joining, welcome. This is a 2A state quarterfinal. 2 region champs squaring off. It's just the way the brackets worked out. The Lady Bulldogs from Gunnison and the Lady Wolves from Enterprise squaring off. We're all tied. Bottom of the first. The 0-1 pitch is a ball. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike to McKaylin Edwards for the Bulldogs. Standing at second for the Lady Bulldogs, Kesley Wynn, who's just doubled in Taylor Brackett to tie this game. 1 out. Runner at second. A 1-1 count. Here comes Ali Lob. Going to be in the dirt, ball 2. Two and 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Edwards back into the box. Ali Lob looking over to the dugout, getting the call. Looks at her armband. She's ready to get to work here. Here comes the execution. And it looks a little low. The umpire agrees. And so now it's 3 balls, 1 strike. Pretty good hitters count here for McKaylin Edwards. Is she taking, or does she have the green light? We're about to find out, folks. Here's the pitch. And it is called a strike. So it looked to me like McKaylin was taking because that ball was right down the plate. Full count situation. Nothing like a little drama here. Bottom of the first. Edwards kind of looks like she may be faking the bunt, but now she squares up. The full count pitch swung on. It's in the air and popped to the third baseman, and that's going to be fielded by Bundy cleanly for the 2nd out. So a good battle there between Edwards and Lob. That time Lob got the best of Edwards. So Kesley Wynn stays at second base. 2 outs. And that brings up Paige King, another junior here for the Lady Bulldogs. She plays third base, does a great job. Lob, wind up. Here we go. Outside, ball 1. Oh, excuse me. I thought that was way outside, but I should not have spoke. The fist went up. The clenched fist went up. Strike 1 as Lob catches the outside corner. Pardon me. 0-1. Second pitch. Swung on the opposite field to the right fielder. That they should be sending someone. They do. Kesley Wynn going to score a big 2-out RBI for Paige King as she went oppo and pushed it through to the right side, right to the right fielder. And Kesley Wynn on her pony rounds third, scores, and now the Lady Bulldogs are up 2-1 with 2 out. Big 2-out RBI for Paige King. Now stepping in, Paige's cousin Jada King. She's the catcher. She's another junior. Can she keep this rally alive? Here's the pitch. That's inside. Jada King. Good eye there. Jada King back into the box. Ali Lob looking at the wristband. Here we go. The windup, the pitch. Chopped. It's going to be a tough play in the deep throw for a shortstop. Can she make it? And she can. Hats off to the shortstop as that believe was, let me get that, I believe that was Miss Jones. What's Miss Jones' first name? We'll hurry and find it. DeKel Jones. She had to range to her right, deep in the hole, and then showed off the arm to get the third out. So at the end of one complete inning of play, Gunnison 2, Enterprise 1.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Doctors B. Noel Robinson, Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, physician's assistants Reagan Fales, Travis Hicks, and Kenneth Hussey, and nurse practitioners Robin Horton, Lindsay Cheney, Rebecca Rasmussen, and Wade Hollingshead. The Beaver Medical Clinic offers affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
You ever look up at the stars and wonder, how do they pack all that taste into these charbroiled sliders that start for just $1? Magic. Charbroiled sliders starting at just $1. Only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
If you got $5, you could get like 9.96 inches of sandwich. Woo! Or you can get a real meal with a charbroiled double cheeseburger, dog, fries, and a cookie. The $5 All-Star Meals, only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork Complex here. We've just completed one inning of play. At the top half of the second, the Lady Bulldogs were able to push 2 runs across in the bottom half of the first. One courtesy of a RBI double by Kesley Wynn, and then another one by an RBI single by Paige King. So they offense gives Emily Brackett a 1-run lead to work with here as we come to the top half of the second. Here's the pitch from Brackett, called a strike. She's delivering to number 7, Jessica Chambers. And Jessica, a sophomore catcher outfielder, in this case, batting now. Takes a hot swing and pulled that one foul, but boy, really squared it up, but just too far out in front. And I believe that is an 0-2 count now. Third base coach coming down to visit with Jessica. Brackett looking at the wristband. Here's the delivery. Oh, that's up in the air. Should be playable for the infield. Taylor Brackett roamed to her right, makes the first out there just as the grass met the infield dirt. So 1 up, 1 down.
Next up for Enterprise, first baseman number 9, Shaylee Reber.
So up for Enterprise will be the first baseman, Shaylee Reber. Shaylee, sophomore first baseman. Here again, 2 young teams. Gunnison with quite a few juniors. Same with Enterprise. And that's popped up by Chambers, and that's going to go right to Kesley Wynn, who's really put her imprint on this game with an RBI double and 2 putouts at second base. She kind of took that little pop out was dying on her, and she got down on her knees and got her white pants dirty and made the catch. 2 up, 2 down for the Lady Bulldogs. So Emily Brackett, nobody on base, 2 outs, and she can go to work here as she's pitching to Avery Staley. Avery fouls that one off. Couldn't quite get around on that, so it's no balls, 1 strike. Emily Brackett having a pretty effective top half of the second here from the mound. That pitch inside. Backing up Staley. That way, don't be surprised if you don't see Brackett now come and work the outside half of the plate. The game within the game. Here it comes. That ball's going to be roped. Can it be caught? And it can, as it was roped into left field, but closing hard and making the play, McKaylin Edwards. And McKaylin, another great junior on this Lady Bulldog team. And the Lady Bulldogs flashed the leather that top half of the second. 3 up, 3 down. We'll be back.
I'm Dr. Chris Karish, orthopedic surgeon with a subspecialty in sports medicine. Central Valley Medical Center has state-of-the-art operating rooms and the latest orthopedic equipment to provide me with the tools to perform safe and minimally invasive procedures. I've had the opportunity to treat athletes from my own sons to the NFL. I provide a wide variety of treatments to get you back on your feet and enjoying your life. Come see us here at Central Valley Medical Center, where we can treat you as a friend and not a medical record number.
Coming to the Juab County Fairgrounds this August is country group Restless Heart in concert. Get tickets now at juabcountyfair.com. Get advance tickets now for Restless Heart in concert at the Juab County Fairgrounds at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday, August 9th. Floor seating is just $30. Reserve seating $20. Get your tickets now at juabcountyfair.com. Don't miss Restless Heart in concert August 9th in Nephi, Utah. Get tickets at juabcountyfair.com.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork, Utah, as we come to the bottom half of the second, with the Lady Bulldogs 2-1 over the Lady Wolves. Emily Brackett came out and shut the door on the Lady Wolves at top half of the second. It was 3 up, 3 down, with some great fielding. A lot of help behind Emily, as you had a fly out to Taylor Brackett at short, a little line out to Kesley Wynn at second base, and then a really nice diving play in left field by Michaelan Edwards to record the third out. And so the Lady Bulldogs back to work here with a 1-run lead, and Caitlin Cherry, sophomore, going to lead off here, first baseman. Caitlin has had a good year at the plate. She took a strike there. And Caitlin plays both first base and center field. She's out in center field this afternoon. 0-1 count to Cherry. Ali Lobb with the windup and the pitch. Swung on, chopped foul. And so Caitlin Cherry down 0-2 here. Lob to Cherry. Ooh, Lob almost got the strikeout. Cherry way out on her front foot, but got enough aluminum to redirect that softball to stay alive. Just kind of a change-up action there. But Cherry enough to stay alive and draw another pitch. Here we go, Lob. Takes high and outside to Cherry, and so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lob looking over and getting the call from her dugout. Cherry leading off here. Bottom of the second, takes a swing inside, roller to the shortstop. And the shortstop fields it clean and sends it back over to first base for the out. And it's a really nice play there by Kindy Christensen. She's made a couple of nice plays there at shortstop. So, with nobody on, 1 down, and the first baseman for the Lady Bulldogs, Hallie Biergard. Lob on the mound for the Wolves. Wind up in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Hallie Biergard, a junior. This junior-heavy Lady Bulldog squad. Here's the pitch outside. Good eye there by Biergard. Evens up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Once again, if you're just joining us, the Lady Bulldogs are ahead 2-1 over the Lady Wolves from Enterprise. We're in the bottom half of the second. Nobody on, 1 down. Biergard at the plate. Takes a swing, chopper. Past the third baseman, but there it goes to Christensen. Can Christensen make the play? And no, because the first baseman couldn't quite cleanly bring it in. I think the throw was in time, but the first baseman unable to squeeze it home, and Biergard is on. 1 on, 1 out.
Now batting number 16, Maddie Edwards.
So Kindy Christensen did everything she could. Made a pretty good throw, but just unable to get squoze home by the first baseman, and Lady Bulldogs have a runner at first. There's a swing and a pitch by Maddie Edwards, and I think she's got all of it. Oh, dial it up, Maddie Edwards. Send it to the deepest part of the field. And that's what you call a home run.
2.
RBI home run. Touch 'em all, Maddie Edwards, touch 'em all. Maddie Edwards breaks the mold because a lot of the Gunnison Lady Bulldog hitters had been taking some pitches, but Maddie Edwards, she was sitting dead red, fastball, got one, and drove it out to the folks in center field, making sure that they're watching the game. But a no-doubter for Maddie Edwards, and just like that, the Lady Bulldogs clear the bases, and now they lead 4-1 with one out. Now we're back to the top of the order, and that is Emily Brackett.
Batting next, pitcher number 44, Emily Brackett.
I believe Emily drew a base on balls to begin with. So here's her second turn. Pitch. Going to be called a little bit high. Brackett here again doing what a lot of these Lady Bulldogs hitters are just kind of eyeballing a few pitches. Making lob work here. Ali Lob, pitch. I think she caught the corner there. She did. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases are all clean, courtesy of Maddie Edwards' home run. 1-1 the pitch. Swung on, chopped, and it's going to go to the backstop. And that'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Lob getting the sign from the dugout. Walks to the mound. Brackett kind of showing bunt here. Then squares to hit, draws an outside pitch for a ball. Count is evened up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lob, the delivery, outside, ball 3. We're to a full count situation. The senior, Emily Brackett, making the sophomore, Ali Lob, really work here. Full count situation. The 3-2 delivery. Swung on, hot smash, just foul. If it had been 6 inches the other way, it would have been right over the bag. And that certainly would have been trouble. But Emily Brackett got a pitch she could handle, just pulled it a little bit foul. So we stay in a full count situation. Here we go. The windup and the pitch. Swung on and miss. A big strikeout for Ali Lob to get the second out of the inning. And that brings up the shortstop for the Lady Bulldogs, Taylor Brackett, Jr.
Next up, number 24, Taylor Brackett.
Taylor beat out an infield single her first time up. Slaps one just foul. Until Enterprise playing her a little bit that way, knowing she likes to slap it opposite as she's a left-handed slap hitter. Kanji Bundy kind of playing it that way, but couldn't quite get it. If it had been a fair ball, she probably wouldn't even have had to have moved to have caught it. So 0-1. There's a slap, knocked down by Lob. She gets up to her feet, makes a nice athletic throw, and gets the out at first. So at the end of the bottom half of the second, the Lady Bulldogs push their lead to 3, courtesy of a 2-run home run by Madison Edwards. At the end of 2, Gunnison 4, Enterprise 1.
My name is Richard Anderson. I'm one of the general surgeons working at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi, Utah. My trajectory was not into surgery at first. I decided to become a research scientist, but I had no opportunity to work with people. Since moving to this area, I have made lasting friends, lifelong friends, and I have enjoyed providing the same sort of quality surgical care that they can obtain in Salt Lake or Provo, but with more prompt and certainly more personal service.
High-speed Wi-Fi. Not quite as important as running water in your home, but close. Centricom powers your Wi-Fi network with consistent speeds to keep all your gadgets going strong, streaming video players, laptops, tablets, even smartphones, so you're never stuck with those big cell data charges. And talk about value. Just pick your speed and keep the Wi-Fi flowing in your home at a great low price. Upgrade your internet today. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
All right, here we go. We're at the top half of the third. Stepping into the batter's box for the Lady Wolves, number 8, Kanji Bundy, third baseman. First pitch right down the middle for strike one from Emily Brackett. Emily had a very solid inning in the second inning as she was able to induce 3 pop outs, 2 to the infield, 1 to left field. So she may be finding her rhythm here. Second pitch, swung on, hit right to her sister at shortstop, Taylor Brackett, for the out. Not hit very well, just kind of a Texas leaguer. And Taylor Brackett didn't even have to move to field that one. So 1 up, 1 down. And Ali Lobb, the pitcher, coming up here for the Lady Wolves.
And next pitcher, number 5, Ali Lobb.
Ali Lobb, a sophomore here for the Lady Wolves. Takes the first pitch offering, just a hair outside, ball 1. One down, nobody on. A 1-0 count. Pitch, swung on, slow roller to the third baseman. Paige King fields it cleanly and then puts the throw over to first into the dirt. Biergard knocks it down but can't come up with it cleanly. And so Ali Lobb going to reach first base on an error there by Paige King.
The Lady Wolves, number 2, Kindy Christensen.
So with 1 on, 1 out, Kindy Christensen now coming up for the Lady Wolves. Kindy, a junior at Enterprise High School. Digging in against the senior Emily Brackett. First pitch inside, ball 1. Again, the winner of this game would move into a semifinal matchup. Still a lot of softball to be played. Second pitch looks like a dandy right down the middle of the plate, and the umpire agrees with the clenched fist. 1-1 is the count. Brackett checking the wristband. The windup and the 1-1 pitch. Swung on to the third baseman. Third baseman, cleaner throw to Biergard for the out. And it moves the runner over. Lobb goes to second. So with 2 out, Ali Lobb at second. Coming up to the plate for the Enterprise Lady Wolves, Ronnie Robinson.
Enterprise, number 11, Ronnie Robinson.
Here we go. The first pitch, right on the outside corner for strike. That's a beauty. Beauty of a pitch there by Emily Brackett. There is a runner in scoring position, but there's 2 outs. Can the Lady Wolves come up with a 2-out RBI? Ronnie Robinson pulls it foul. She's quickly down 0-2 to the senior Emily Brackett. Interesting to see what kind of an offering Emily gives Ronnie here. She's up 0-2. Don't be surprised if it's not something on the outside corner. And just a little bit outside that time for a ball. You didn't think that it would be anything right down the plate, see if they could get a cheap swing, but Ronnie Robinson wasn't hearing it. Here we go, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the windup. The pitch, slap to Kesley Wynn. Kesley Wynn fields it, throws it to Biergard for the 3rd out. And the Lady Bulldogs get out of that top half with no runs. And there were no hits.
The trail is calling. Every turn, hill, and fallen log is screaming your name. And you're ready because you have the right type of power and agility to answer the call. Introducing the Honda Pioneer 1000 with best-in-class 999cc engine and the industry's only 6-speed fully automatic dual-clutch transmission. Check out the Honda Pioneer 1000 at Garrett Honda, 563 North Main in Nephi. Garrett Honda, our family serving your family for over 50 years.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
I'm Reed Skinner. I'm an OBGYN, recently transferred here to Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. I'm excited to bring to Nephi the experience and the training that I've had in helping to take care of women through all stages of life, from low risk to high risk pregnancies or infertility, family planning, all the way to postmenopause and the management of that time frame. I also specialize in minimally invasive surgery. I'm excited to be here in Nephi and partnering with Central Valley Medical Center, providing the best possible care we can for women through all stages of life.
Welcome back here at Spanish Fork Softball Complex, Spanish Fork, Utah, 2A quarterfinal. We're just getting ready to go into the bottom half of the third inning. The Lady Bulldogs up to bat, and they have a 3-run lead, 4-1. And the Lady Wolves got 1 run across. They threatened for a big inning at the top of the first. They had the bases loaded, nobody out, but were only able to push 1 run across, and then really haven't threatened much since then. The Lady Bulldogs came up in their bottom half of the first, were able to push 2 runs across with an RBI from Paige King and Kesley Wynn. And then in the bottom of the second, with one on, Maddie Edwards launched one into center field for a 2-run home run, and that gets us to 4-1 here, bottom of the third. Kesley Wynn has had a great game so far. She's got a base hit her first time up, a couple of putouts at her second base position. She steps in, here we go. Pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Lob and looking into the dugout and gets the call. Here she comes. Just a bit outside, even though Jessica Chambers tried to frame that a little bit better for the ref, but umpire said, no, sir, it was outside. 1-1 the count. Here again, nobody on, nobody out. First hitter of the bottom of the third. Wynn takes the pitch, swing and a miss. And that ball gets by Chambers all the way to the backstop. Lob up now in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kesley Wynn. The 1-2 offering. Swung on and missed. So strikeout there for Ali Lob. Get the first out of the inning. That brings to the plate McKaylin Edwards. McKaylin made a fantastic play in the top half of the second in left field to shut down the Lady Wolves, and now trying to do it with the bat. Pitch from Lob. Catches the outside corner, strike 1. One out, nobody on. McKaylin Edwards, the left fielder, in the batter's box. 0-1 count. Swung on, chopped, foul into the third base side. And now it's no balls, 2 strikes. Lob coming out of her windup. Here's the pitch. Into the dirt. Ball 1. Testing the patience and the eye savvy of McKaylin Edwards. McKaylin passes on that pitch. 1-2 the count. That ball going to be outside. Now the count's even. The Lady Bulldog hitters have been patient throughout this ball game, making Ali Lob make a lot of pitches, eyeballing them up, being patient, moving these counts deep into the count. 2-2, the pitch inside, and we have a full count situation. Probably the third or fourth full count situation that the Lady Bulls fat fastball and went yard on it. Most all the other Lady Bulldogs have been very patient and have gone deep into the count. Have a little timeout there by the umpire. Now we're ready to play some ball. 0-1 the count to Paige King. Pitch swung on, up in the air, should be playable for the first baseman. She makes the play. And that is Jada King now in with 1 on, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Line drive base hit for Jada. That should send McKalen first to third. And so with 2 out, runners at the corner now. Jada King with a nice first pitch swinging there. And drove it right into between the right fielder and the center fielder. We're going to have a speed up runner here for Jada. And that's going to be number 11. That'll be Ryan Christensen.
Next for Gunnison, number 21, Caitlin Cherry.
Don't be a bit surprised if Caitlin doesn't take a pitch here and Ryan runs on down to second with a runner at third. Enterprise has to be very careful about whether they want to completely sell out to get the runner on her way to second and give up a stealing home opportunity. So here's a little strategy, a little game within the game here. It's Tyson Brackett, how aggressive is he going to be on the base paths. We're about to find out here. Lob into her windup. Oh, then we have time called. Looks like we had a ball roll out. So we'll redo it again. All right, lob into her windup. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Right on the inside corner and kind of just handcuffed Caitlin Cherry, Gunnison center fielder. 0-1 the count. 2 outs. Runners at the corners. Swung on. Slow roller to the second baseman. She thinks, goes to first, gets the out to end the inning. So 2 left on. There was 1 hit, no run scored at the end of 3. The Lady Bulldogs from Gunnison 4. The Lady Wolves from Enterprise 1. We'll be back.
National Vinyl Products of Nephi has been a part of Juab County since 2004. The management and staff take pride in supporting the students of Juab High School in the game and in the classroom. The company manufactures high-quality vinyl fencing for a host of uses around the state. If you're 18 years of age and would like to join the workforce at National Vinyl Products in Nephi, please send an email to jobs@nvpfence.com. That's jobs@nvpfence.com. The entire staff and crew at National Vinyl Products wish the Wasps the best of luck this season.
Our team works hard to shape the quality of life wherever we live and work. These values allow our team to be the go-to source for rural entities.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones and DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti, visit jonesanddemille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones and DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
Here we go at the top half of the 4th. Emily Brackett back on the mound, going back to work here. Swing on her first pitch, picked cleanly by Paige King. Throw is in the dirt, and Biergard cleans it up. What a play by Biergard. It was a nice pickup out of the dirt on the ground ball. Paige King couldn't quite airmail the pass or the throw over to first, but Biergard cleaned it up with her glove, and we have an out. Enterprise wants the referees to talk it over. Enterprise saying that Biergard was juggling the ball, I think is what their contention is. They're going to stay with the original call, so that'll be an out at first. So Emily Brackett continues to get a lot of help from her fielding. And nobody on, 1 out now for the Lady Wolves from Enterprise. Making the trip up from Washington County. There's a slow roller again to Paige King. Another throw, Biergard, but that time Biergard's pulled off the bag. And Biergard not quite able to keep her foot on the bag to make that catch. And that allows DeKel Jones to reach first base. And that brings up Jessica Chambers now. 1 on, 1 out with a chance to move the runner over. Pitch on the outside corner, gets through Taylor Brackett, going to go to second to get the first out. So the lead runner is cut down on that fielder's choice. Slick play by Taylor Brackett to Kesley Wynn. And we now have 2 down and a runner at first. DeKel Jones reaching on a fielder's choice.
Now batting first baseman number 9, Shaylee Rubber.
Now Shaylee Reber going to dig in here. Trying to keep the top of the 4th going here for the Lady Wolves. Emily Brackett trying to close the door. Swung on, and that's going to be a foul ball. Excuse me, a fair ball as it went right over the third base line. And that's going to be trouble. Kaylin Edwards ran over and fielded as quick as she could, but that's a double. And that moves DeKel Jones all the way from first to third. And then Chambers at second. So now we have stoppage of play. Looks like they're going to be a speed up runner. So just like that with 2 outs, the Lady Wolves threatening. 2 runners in scoring position. Chance to get right back in this game. Senior Emily Brackett trying to shut the door and get out of here without any runs.
Now batting for the Lady Wolves, right fielder number 1, Avery Staley.
That's going to be Avery Staley in the position here. Runners at third and second, 2 outs. Staley is sophomore. Coach is talking to the pitcher and the batter here. Staley digs in. Here we go. A little drama here at the top of the 4th. There's the swing, and that is, oh, what a play by Hallie Biergard. That could have been absolute clean the bases. That would have been a double or a triple because that ball would have rolled all the way to the coffin corner of right field. But Hallie Biergard with the pickup of the day, flashing some gold in that leather, and then steps on the bag for the 3rd out at the end of 3.5 innings of play. Gunnison 4, Enterprise 1.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
Azomite Mineral Products in Nephi is using a unique deposit to create fertilizers and as a feed ingredient for customers all over the world. Their Feed Grit product, used as a feed ingredient for livestock, is gaining popularity because research has indicated its potential to improve overall animal health. Azomite can be found at your IFA Country Store, Steve Regan stores, or on their website at azomite.com. For more information, visit them on Facebook, Twitter, or the web. Azomite is excited to be part of the Nephi community and supports Juab High School athletics.
We're back here at Spanish Fork, Utah. What a play. Everybody up here in the booth still talking about the great play at first base by Hallie Biergard. Definitely saved those two RBIs as she made a great play on that hot grounder and just stepped on the bag to end the inning and allowing the Lady Bulldogs to keep that 3-run lead. And now it's an interesting. She now gets the chance to lead off the bottom half of the 4th. So Hallie Biergard putting her stamp on this ball game. Once again, if you're just joining us, let me set the table for you. We're in the bottom half of the 4th. The Gunnison Lady Bulldogs lead the Lady Enterprise Wolves 4-1. And we are just starting the bottom half of the 4th with Hallie Biergard, a junior from the thriving metropolis of Mayfield, Utah, stepping into the bag here near the plate. And she's going to be dueling here with Ali Lobb, sophomore pitcher. All right, Lobb's checking that wristband. Here's the pitch. Swung on, chopper through the, oh man, there's a deep throw from the shortstop. Won't get her, but I tell you what, you have to be impressed there. Believe that's Kindy Christensen, who continues to play a great shortstop. That ground ball was just deep in the hole and to force an infield hit. Now digging in for the Lady Bulldogs is Maddie Edwards, who's already homered once. She takes this pitch, and it's going to be outside, ball one. Oh, no, going to catch the outside part of the plate. Second time I made an assumption that I shouldn't have. Should have waited for the fist. It's strike one on Maddie Edwards. 1 on, nobody out. 0-1 count. Pitch, fouled back to the screen. Now we're 0-2 in the count. Again, Maddie Edwards, 2-run bomb. Top half of the second. Straight away, dead center field. One of those no-doubters. Here's the pitch, swung on. It's going to be through the second baseman and into center field for a base hit. And the Lady Bulldogs have a little something cooking again. First and second, nobody out. Emily Brackett up.
Top of the lineup for the Lady Bulldogs, batting pitcher number 44, Emily Brackett.
Emily, a senior. Once this season's over, is heading to Kansas, to Hayes Community College, to continue her softball career. Let's see what this Lady Bulldog can do right here in a great position. Bunts, foul. Trying to move those runners over. Couldn't quite square that one up. It fell harmlessly down foul territory, down the right field line, or excuse me, the first base line. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if with just one strike, if that's not the strategy again here. Here's the game within the game. Can you execute sacrifices? Sometimes they're very, very important. Lob, the pitch. There's the bunt, laid down very well. Moves the runners over. Great sacrifice by Emily Brackett. Perfectly laid down bunt. She's thrown out at first, but Edwards and Biergard move up. Second and third, 1 down for Taylor Brackett. Slick fielding shortstop for the Lady Bulldogs.
Batting number 24, Taylor Brackett.
You'd have to think the infield is in. Any type of a looper would be absolute trouble here. Get it over the infield's head. Steps into it and then fouls it straight back. Strike one. Enterprise trying to cut down any type of a ground ball and try to get the play at the plate. Brackett's job is to try and back that infield up. 0-1 the count. The pitch. Swung on, chopped right back to Lob. Lob going to go to home and cut down Hallie Biergard. And so now with 2 outs, the bases are loaded. So the drama continues. Enterprise got what they wanted. They induced a ground ball and got the play at the plate. The Lady Bulldogs fill them up. The bags are full. There's no place to put anybody, and Kesley Wynn stepping in. Kesley has an RBI. A hit here you'd think would score a couple, as we're first and third. 2 down. Lob's pitch. Called a strike on the outside corner. The 0-1 pitch coming. The drama building. Here it is. Called strike 2 again. That a generous call on the outside portion of the plate. Nice framing there by the catcher, Jessica Chambers. So no balls, 2 strikes. Can the Lady Wolves get out of this inning? Here's the pitch, swung on, right back to Lob. Lob going to make that easy throw over to first. And so the defense holds up for the Lady Wolves as they get out of the bottom half of the 4th without giving up any more runs. At the end of 4, we're still 4-1 for the Lady Bulldogs. We'll be back.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Doctors B. Noel Robinson, Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, physician's assistants Reagan Fales, Travis Hicks, and Kenneth Hussey, and nurse practitioners Robin Horton, Lindsay Cheney, Rebecca Rasmussen, and Wade Hollingshead. The Beaver Medical Clinic offers affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
You ever look up at the stars and wonder, how do they pack all that taste into these charbroiled sliders that start for just $1? Magic. Charbroiled sliders starting at just $1. Only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
If you got $5, you could get like 9.96 inches of sandwich. Woo! Or you can get a real meal with a charbroiled double cheeseburger, dog, fries, and a cookie. The $5 All-Star Meals, only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
Here we go with the top half of the 5th. Leading off for the Lady Wolves, Kanji Bundy. Third baseman, Kanji Bundy, takes a first pitch and drives it into the dirt, foul ball. Emily Brackett checks the wristband. Comes the 0-1 pitch. Really nice looking pitch on the outside corner, but the umpire's not going to give it to her, so ball 1. Jada King doing everything she could to frame that, give the umpire a good long look, but he calls ball 1. 1-1, nobody out, nobody on. Here's the leadoff. Bundy asks for time and gets time. Again, if you're just joining us here, welcome to Centricom, bringing you 2A state quarterfinal action. There's the 1-1 pitch, swung on, hot smash, knocked down by Paige King, but Bundy going to be on with a infield hit. And Paige King did a great job just to knock it down and keep it out of the outfield. Enterprise has the leadoff runner on. It's been a pretty well played game here by both teams. Both teams have done a lot of threatening, and at times, have pushed some runs across, but for the most part, the defenses and the pitching have held up here to make it anybody's game. Top half of the 5th. 1-0, nobody out. Here's the first pitch of that sequence, and it is called a ball just outside. And that's Ali Lobb, the pitcher. Emily Brackett pitch. That pitch tailed outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Nobody out. Runner at first. Kanji Bundy, the runner at first. Ali Lobb digs in, takes the pitch inside, and now it's a 3-0 count. And you'd have to figure that Ali Lobb taken all the way here, force Emily Brackett to pitch a strike. Here we go, the pitch. Going to be called a strike on the inside corner. Ali Lobb took a step and a half down to first base, but then heard the ump called strike. We can't hear that up here, so we kind of have to wait for the hand gesture. Wait for the mechanics to tell you for sure. I've jumped the gun twice, and I apologize for that. That pitch is swung in foul. So from a 3-0 count to a full count situation, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Will Enterprise send the runner here? That's Kanji Bundy, third baseman, who drew a base on balls. Swung on, base hit into shallow left field. And Bundy going to go first to third, and then the throw is overthrown, cut off there by Brackett. But because of the overthrow, that allows Ali Lobb to go and have a single and then a double on the overthrow. And so nobody out, and the Lady Wolves are threatening. These two teams probably wouldn't have it any other way without some drama. First pitch called I believe he called a strike there. Kendi Christensen takes the 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. That'd be a foul ball. That actually went off Jada King's mask. Jada King shaking to make sure all the cherries are still in the tree. Motions that she's okay. 0-2 count. Emily Brackett would love nothing better than a strikeout here. Enterprise threatening. That's going to be trouble, and that's going to be a base hit, and that will score 2 runs. And just like that, Lady Wolves have a nice answer with plenty of outs to go. It's a 2-run RBI single. And just like that, it's 4-3. And Kendi Christensen at first base. So 1 on, nobody out. Top of the 5th, Enterprise has pushed 2 across already. It's 4-3, Lady Bulldogs. Nobody out. You know, Emily Brackett has pitched, herself out of a little bit of trouble, out of a lot of trouble, excuse me, in the first inning. She wasn't quite able to dodge it quite as much here in the top half of the 5th. Enterprise able to get 2 runs across and nobody out. That could be another base hit. And it goes right to, oh, they're going to be real aggressive. They're going to be a play at third. And now they're going to go, the play at third then allows Ronnie Robinson to go to second. And guess what? Enterprise right back in business again. Second and third, nobody out. This time, pitching coach for Coach Hunt for the Lady Bulldogs is going to take a trot out there and talk to her senior pitcher. Lady Wolves kind of got things cooking right now. Push 2 across, runners at second and third, nobody out. Elena Ramos at the plate, ready to dig in here.
Next up, left fielder number 13, Elena Ramos.
So, can Elena Ramos give the Wolves their second lead of the game? They led 1-0 for half an inning. But great situation here for Miss Ramos. Swing on and a miss. Nice pitch there by Emily Brackett. Caught the outside half of the plate. The 0-1 pitch swung on and fouled. So just like that, it's 0-2. Gunnison thirsty for some outs here. Can the senior Brackett come up with a big strikeout? She could use one. Swing on and ooh, tell you what, Ramos just got a piece of that ball. Almost swung through it. As it is, it's an 0-2 count. Stays alive. Brackett looking into the dugout, gets the call and looks at the wristband. Here it is. Line right to Kesley Wynn. Kesley tries to double up at second, can't, but there's a big first out. And that line out will not allow the runners to move at all. So second and third, 1 out. And that brings up DeKel Jones. Jones with a prime RBI opportunity. There's the pitch, and that's going to be called strike. It's a really nice pitch on the outside corner. Well framed by Jada King, the catcher. 0-1 the count. Lady Bulldogs desperate to get out of this half of the inning with that 1-run lead. Can they do it? Here's the pitch. Going to be elevated a little bit up in the zone for a ball. So DeKel Jones battling Emily Brackett. Jones just a freshman. Brackett a senior. 1-1's the count. Swung on right back to Brackett. She knocks it down, takes her time, throws to first for the out. And that was a big out there. Get that second out without the runners moving over. And now Gunnison's defense sees a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. And stepping in a very crucial situation is going to be Jessica Chambers. Jessica, a sophomore, a hit, scores 2, and could give Enterprise back the lead. Enterprise trying to come back, swings through that pitch and misses. The Lady Bulldogs trying to get out, get back to that dugout with a 1-run lead. 2 on, in scoring position, 2 outs. 0-1 the count. Top of the 5th, the pitch outside, ball 1. Looks like Emily's Brackett kind of wanting to stay away, work that outside half of the plate here to the Lady Wolf hitters. Jones, chop, foul. 2 strikes. So the Lady Wolves down to their last strike here in what has been a fairly profitable half of the inning. They still trail by 1. Runners at second and third. 1-2 the count. 2 outs. Brackett. Pitch. Elevated. Looked like a little bit of a change up. Close. Way close pitch. Let's give Chambers, a ton of credit for laying off of that. 2-2 the count. A dramatic top half of the 5th it has turned into. Pitch outside. We're going to go full count. Snap, throw down to third. Nothing really there. You have to think with 2 outs, full count, runners are going to be going. Brackett to the dugout, now to the band. A full count situation. Swung and fouled. Ooh. Chambers just staying alive. Really good pitch there by Brackett. We can't end on a strikeout, I guess. We have to have a little more drawn-out drama here. Umpires out with his broom, doing a little caretaking. Nothing like adding to the drama there too. It's the beauty of baseball and softball, the beauty of anticipation of the next pitch. And a drama-filled pitch it is. Here we go. Swung on, and just another piece. Jessica Chambers fighting for her life, and maybe the Enterprise Lady Wolves' life. Brackett has brought 2 really nice pitches, trying to sneak one by her. We are still full count. Here's the pitch. Line drive, that will be foul ball. Way out in front that time was Chambers. And we'll do it all over again, folks. Chambers steps out, gets the sign from the third base coach. Brackett's checked her wristband. And here we go again. Change up. Oh, we're going to call that a ball. Wow. Must have been up in the zone a little bit. We're right behind the plate. It was in the parameters of the plate, but it must have just kind of climbed a little. So, a 2-out walk drawn there by Chambers. And the bases are full. 4-3, 2 outs, bases loaded. And Shaylee Reber, swing and a miss. What a top half of the 5th it's been for the Lady Wolves. They were down 3, they're down 1 now. With an opportunity, prime opportunity. 0-1 pitch, going to be a little bit outside. We're evened up at 1-1. Can the wily senior, Emily Brackett, pitch her way out and still have a one-run lead. We're about to find out. Swung on foul. So back to the last strike scenario for the Lady Wolves here in the top half of the fifth. Once again, we'll set the table. The bases are loaded. Reber digs in. The 1-2 pitch coming from Emily Brackett. Brackett delivers inside. We'll give Reber some credit there, not swinging at that pitch. 2-2 the count. What a half of inning it has been. Brackett swung on and a miss on a beautiful changeup. Emily Brackett pitches her way out of a jam, and she was in trouble that whole half of the inning. As it is, we go to the bottom half of the fifth. The Lady Bulldogs clinging to a one-run lead, 4-3.
I'm Dr. Chris Karish, orthopedic surgeon with a subspecialty in sports medicine. Central Valley Medical Center has state-of-the-art operating rooms and the latest orthopedic equipment to provide me with the tools to perform safe and minimally invasive procedures. I've had the opportunity to treat athletes from my own sons to the NFL. I provide a wide variety of treatments to get you back on your feet and enjoying your life. Come see us here at Central Valley Medical Center, where we can treat you as a friend and not a medical record number.
Coming to the Juab County Fairgrounds this August is country group Restless Heart in concert. Get tickets now at juabcountyfair.com. Get advance tickets now for Restless Heart in concert at the Juab County Fairgrounds at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday, August 9th. Floor seating is just $30. Reserve seating $20. Get your tickets now at juabcountyfair.com. Don't miss Restless Heart in concert August 9th in Nephi, Utah. Get tickets at juabcountyfair.com.
My name is Richard Anderson. I'm one of the general surgeons working at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi, Utah. My trajectory was not into surgery at first. I decided to become a research scientist, but I had no opportunity to work with people. Since moving to this area, I have made lasting friends, lifelong friends, and I have enjoyed providing the same sort of quality surgical care that they can obtain in Salt Lake or Provo, but with more prompt and certainly more personal service.
Well, we're back. What was a heck of a top half of the fifth inning as Enterprise scratched and clawed, got back right into this game. It's 4-3. They were down 4-1, but the defense and pitching of the Lady Bulldogs got them out of that inning, clinging to a one-run lead. And now the Lady Bulldogs have a chance. Swinging the bat. McKaylin Edwards digs in here, bottom half of the fifth. Lob pitching. Going to be just outside and a little bit low for ball one. McKaylin digging in here. 1-0 pitch, swung on, popped straight up. Can it get out of play? No, and the catcher makes a nice play. That's Jessica Chambers. So two pitches to get an out there. That brings up Paige King, the third baseman. She's stayed pretty busy there on the hot corner. And now a chance to do some more damage with her bat. She does have an RBI single earlier in the game. There's the pitch, just on the outside corner, strike one. It's been a heck of a ball game, just what you would expect from two region champions. The Lady Wolves and the Lady Bulldogs both come in here as #1 seeds. They have not disappointed. That ball's hit on the ground to the second baseman, who ranges over and throws, but there again, the first baseman, Shaylee Reber, could not secure the throw, and Paige King reaches on the air. So 1 on, 1 out. And yeah, there's no. I would say that's an error on the first baseman, yes. The second baseman made a great play with her glove and a nice solid throw, just to bobble there at first base. Tough break for the Lady Wolves. Can the Lady Bulldogs make them pay? Here's the pitch to Jada King, and she's going to have a base hit, and just like that, what good teams do is they take care of those. You give them extra outs, and they will hurt you. We have 1 out, 2 on now. Jada King, a solid single between the third baseman and the shortstop. And she's going to go back to the dugout, and Ryan Christensen going to come as the speed-up runner. And that brings Caitlin Cherry, the center fielder, into bat here. She's got a runner in scoring position. Gunnison looking for some insurance runs, I tell you. Here's the pitch from Lobb, swung on, foul back. It's been a great game. Both teams challenging each other. The end definitely in doubt here. 4-3, Lady Bulldogs. 2 on, 1 out, 0-1 count. Pitch just a bit elevated along the outside corner for a ball. 1-1 now, the count. Lobb bringing it. That's going to be on the outside corner for a strike. So 1-2 the count. You know, you kind of, as much as Lobb is using that outside corner, you think the Lady Bulldogs might sneak into the plate a little bit. Swung on, fouled down the right field line. That will get out of play. Count remains 1-2. Here again, the Lady Bulldogs have runners at first and second, 1 out. Cherry's in the batter's box. She's down 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 5th. The windup and pitch. Chopped. Throw to third base to get the force. So nice play there by the shortstop and third baseman to get the lead runner chopped down there. So now with 2 outs, runners at first and second. It looks like Hallie Biergard will be up. Biergard probably made the defensive play of the game in the top half of the third, saving a couple of runs from scoring with her glove at first base. Great opportunity for an RBI here. Swing and a miss. Ali Lobb continuing to work the outside portion of the plate. And doing it quite effectively. Lobb checking her wristband into her windup. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Biergard steps out, has a little conversation with the dugout, takes a couple of practice swings, and steps back into the batter's box. Lobb, the pitch. Swung and miss, and that will end Gunnison's bottom half of the 5th. And they get no runs on 1 hit, 2 left at the end of 5. Gunnison 4, Enterprise 3.
High-speed Wi-Fi. Not quite as important as running water in your home, but close. Centricom powers your Wi-Fi network with consistent speeds to keep all your gadgets going strong. Streaming video players, laptops, tablets, even smartphones, so you're never stuck with those big cell data charges. And talk about value. Just pick your speed and keep the Wi-Fi flowing in your home at a great low price. Upgrade your internet today. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
The trail is calling. Every turn, hill, and fallen log is screaming your name. And you're ready because you have the right type of power and agility to answer the call. Introducing the Honda Pioneer 1000 with best-in-class 999cc engine and the industry's only 6-speed fully automatic dual-clutch transmission. Check out the Honda Pioneer 1000 at Garrett Honda, 563 North Main in Nephi. Garrett Honda, our family serving your family for over 50 years.
Here we go, top half of the 6th. Gunnison 4, Enterprise 3. The leading off for the Lady Wolves. Number 1, and flaring one down the right field line, that's Avery Staley. So a long strike there. Couldn't quite get around on that fastball from Emily Brackett. Pitch from Brackett, swung on and fouled back. I think she got a piece of it. Strike 2. When you're clinging to a 1-run lead or any lead at all, it's so important to get that leadoff runner. Brackett now up 0-2. Offering the pitch, swung on and missed. And into the dirt, but Jada King fields it cleanly, and the throw down to first was not in time. The umpires are going to talk about it. They're going to, maybe a question if the runner was out of the lane, out of the line of the throw. The ball was definitely there in time. There just could be maybe some interference that they're talking about. We'll just have to wait and see what the brain trust comes up with. Going to call her safe. Tough break for the Lady Bulldogs as they induced the strikeout, but King unable to field it cleanly. Made a pretty good throw down to first, but Biergard, for whatever reason, wasn't able to. Just a bang play there. Now Coach Brackett wants to come out and talk it over because it looked like Biergard got hit in the shoulder. Biergard kind of clutching that shoulder, and Coach Tyson Brackett can come out and confer with the field judge, the field umpire. Every call here now important as we're running out of innings. Enterprise has the leadoff runner on. They trail 4-3. Lady Bulldogs clinging to a 1-run lead. Now the umpires are going to have another talk here. As it stands now, the runner at first is safe. They're going to stay with the original call, safe at first. So Avery Staley
back to the top of the lineup for the Lady Wolves.
makes it to first base, 1 on, nobody out. Top of the lineup, Kanji Bundy. Nice third baseman for the Lady Wolves. Bundy's a junior. This is a young, talented Enterprise team. No seniors on this squad. Lady Bulldogs have 2. That ball chopped foul. 2 seniors, the rest are underclassmen. So these young ladies will get to know each other very closely over the next couple of years. The introduction has been high drama today. Both of these teams met last year in a elimination game, and the Bulldogs were able to come out on top. That ball's bunted, but it's foul, so 2 strikes. Trying to move the runner over. Enterprise desperately wanting to try and get this game tied. Lady Bulldogs desperate to keep that 1-run lead. It's up to Emily Brackett and her cohorts. Pitch just a little bit inside and up around the chin. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the top half of the 6th. Lady Bulldogs up 1 run, 4-3. Lady Wolves at the plate. Swing and chop through the hole between shortstop and third baseman. And now Enterprise threatening again. Runners at first and second.
Next up,
Ali Lobb.
Ali Lobb.
Teams really testing each other's mettle. Pitch from Brackett. Inside corner, strike one. First and second, nobody out. 0-1 count to lob. Brackett into the windup. Swung on, fouled back. Count goes to 0-2. Lob digging in. No balls, 2 strikes. Brackett into the windup. Here's the pitch. Flared down the right field line, foul ball. Count stays 0-2. Runners at first, a runner at second. Nobody out. Enterprise striving to get another run across. Swing, it's going to be straight center field, right to Caitlin Cherry. Cherry settles and gets it, throws it right back in. Probably one of the better case scenarios if you're a Bulldog fan, to get that out without the runners moving. So a long fly out. Caitlin Cherry makes a great play, gets it right back into the infield. And Kindy Christensen now digging in. 2 on, 1 out. Pitch outside. A big at-bat right here. There's that pitch, swung on, chopped. It's going to be dead ball because I think it hit the dirt and then hit Christensen before it left into, rolled into the field. So foul ball. 1-1's the count. Right here, Gunnison really needs his second out. Makes things a lot easier for them. Enterprise really needs to move runners over. Execution right here. Pitch. Foul back. 1-1 the count. Brackett looking at the wristband. There's the pitch. Oh, it's a really good pitch, and it's called strike 3. A huge KO there by Emily Brackett. And you know what? It was a great pitch right on the outside corner. The umpire rewarded her for that pitch. A huge second out here. So 2 on, 2 out now. And DeKel Jones digging in. Jones, a freshman, swung on, going to be right to the second baseman who steps on the bag, gets the out, and the Lady Bulldogs are out of a jam again. They cling to a 1-run lead after 5.5 innings of play. The Lady Bulldogs 4, the Lady Wolves 3. We'll be back in a minute.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
I'm Reed Skinner. I'm an OBGYN, recently transferred here to Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. I'm excited to bring to Nephi the experience and the training that I've had in helping to take care of women through all stages of life, from low risk to high risk pregnancies or infertility, family planning, all the way to postmenopause and the management of that time frame. I also specialize in minimally invasive surgery. I'm excited to be here in Nephi and partnering with Central Valley Medical Center, providing the best possible care we can for women through all stages of life.
We'd like to thank our sponsors here as the teams are warming up as we enter into the bottom half of the 6. Remember, you can watch all of the 2A, 3A softball tournament. It's streamed to local Channel 10 and, of course, Centracom Channel 10. Our gold sponsors, Intermountain Power Service Corporation, National Vinyl Products. Our silver sponsors, Carl's Jr., Centricom, Channel 10, Beaver Medical Clinic, Nephi Federal Credit Union, Central Valley Medical Center, Azamite, Jones and DeMille Engineering, Juab County presents Restless Heart, and our brown sponsor, the Beaver Valley Hospital. And we thank all of these business and municipalities for making these broadcasts possible. All right. Now that we've given everybody their just due, back to the matter at hand. Gunnison clinging to a 1-run lead. Can their offense push some insurance runs across here in the bottom half of the 6th? Here we go. Maddie Edwards, she's already done her share with a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 2nd. And here she's up again. Lob's pitch swung on, missed. Excuse me, swung on. A small piece was gotten and fouled back. So 0-1 for the Bulldog fans, and team would love nothing better than for Maddie Edwards to square one up again. Give it another ride. Lob trying to get the leadoff runner out. Here we go. Swung on, hot smash, nice knocked down by the shortstop, but that's all she can do, but she saves it from going into the gap. But Maddie Edwards continues that powerful bat, and Gunnison has the leadoff runner on, and the top of the order coming up, Emily Brackett. Emily's pitched herself out of a couple of jams. Now a chance to really help herself with the bat. Or as they say sometimes, the Lumi. Put the aluminum on the bat. Lob, pitch. Inside and pulled foul, strike 1. You know, the Lady Bulldogs and the folks that have traveled up from the Gunnison Valley would love nothing but to push a run across and get an insurance run. Of course, if you're going to be greedy, 2 or 3 would even be better. But if you're Enterprise, you've got to try and no more runs and climb back into this in the bottom of this top of the 7th. Excuse me. That's going to be a fly ball, playable in left field. Caught. Runner fakes a tag but doesn't, and well played there by the defense of the Lady Wolves. So Maddie Edwards stays at first base, 1 down.
Number 24, shortstop Taylor Brackett.
Taylor Brackett, the junior shortstop for the Lady Bulldogs, steps in. Left-handed hitter. Infield in. Here's the slap, just going to be foul. Taylor, with those step and slap left-handed hitters, like to go opposite. She's down 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's wild. It's going to get by the catcher, and that's going to let Madison Edwards go all the way down to second and take a long turn. Gunnison gets a free base there as Lob and Chambers can't secure the pitch and catch. Edwards in scoring position. 1-1 the count for Taylor Brackett. Base hit here perhaps gets that insurance run that the Bulldogs so desperately want. Pitch. Called strike on the inside corner. The 1-2 pitch coming. Slapped. Will it stay fair? No. Down the left field line. Madison Edwards standing there at second base, clapping her hands for Taylor. Get me a hit, get me home. Lob, the pitch. Right back at her, eats her up. That's going to get through, base hit. Here comes Edwards. We're going to have a play at the plate. Safe as Chambers was unable to secure it. The ball got there in time, but a nice physical slide by Maddie Edwards to put another run on the board. And because there was a play at the plate, Taylor Brackett turns a single into a double. And that insurance run has been pushed across. And the Lady Bulldogs now get that lead back up to 2.
Next up, second baseman, 18, Kesley Wynn.
So here we go. Still 1 out. Now it's Taylor Brackett at second base. Kesley Wynn, she's had an RBI already this afternoon. Chance for another one. Pitch from Lob outside. Brackett took a couple of long strides towards third base. Just taking the measure of Chambers there. We're back to the matter at hand. Lob, the pitch. Swung on and missed. So that's 1-1. That pitch had just a little bit of a rise to it. And it looked like it was, you know, belt high. And it just kind of rose up to the numbers. And Wynn just swung under it. 1-1. That ball into the air straight to the second baseman, who's going to make the play and hold Brackett. Brackett wisely just stays home so she doesn't get doubled off. So for the second out.
Next up for Gunnison, number
So now
12,
2
Michaela
outs.
Edwards.
Taylor Brackett at second. Now Michaela Edwards stepping in. Lob, pitch. Looked like a strike to me. It is called a strike. Gunnison able to get a very important run across here in their half of the 6th, getting it now to a 5-3 lead. Looking for more. Lob trying to shut the door. The pitch. And I believe that's going to be called a strike on the outside corner. Oh, and 2 the count. Lob into her windup. Foul ball out of play. These 2 region champs have not disappointed. Interesting how brackets work. Get 2 region champs in a quarterfinal matchup, and it has been a heavyweight fight. We're not done yet. Pitch chopped to stay alive is Edwards. Got the top 1/8 of the ball, enough to stay alive. Lob back in. The pitch. Going to be high. Ball 1. Can Michaela Edwards have the bat of her life? She's fouled off a couple of really good pitches, just drawn a ball. She's down 1-2. Swung and miss. That ends the inning. So Enterprise will have one last crack at the apple when we're back. After 6 innings, Gunnison 5, Enterprise 3.
National Vinyl Products of Nephi has been a part of Juab County since 2004. The management and staff take pride in supporting the students of Juab High School in the game and in the classroom. The company manufactures high-quality vinyl fencing for a host of uses around the state. If you're 18 years of age and would like to join the workforce at National Vinyl Products in Nephi, please send an email to jobs@nvpfence.com. That's jobs@nvpfence.com. The entire staff and crew at National Vinyl Products wish the Wasps the best of luck this season.
Our team works hard to shape the quality of life wherever we live and work. These values allow our team to be the go-to source for rural entities.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones and DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti, visit jonesanddemille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones and DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
All right, folks, top half of the 7th. It's do or die for the Lady Wolves. They're down 2, facing a seasoned pitcher, senior Emily Brackett. It's either you get it done now or the Bulldogs move on. Emily looks at the wristband, and we're about to begin the all-important top half of the 7th. Swinging a short chopper to third base. Throw is not dug out. Paige King gloved it nice, but throw was in the dirt, and Biergard unable to secure it. So the leadoff runner on with an error.
Next up, number 21, DeKel Jones.
So DeKel Jones now going to come over and visit with her coach. She is the tying run at the plate. First base coach now whispering instructions. Now here we go. Brackett on the mound. Pitch. Looked like a strike to me, and it is called a strike. If you're Emily Brackett, you know it's important to get ahead in these counts. The 0-1 pitch. Strike 2. Nice little changeup on the outside corner. A couple of really nice pitches for Brackett. Back to back. It's 0-2 the count. Nobody out. Runner at first. 0-2 count here. On DeKel Jones. Pitch. Foul. Out of play. DeKel Jones, just a freshman. We've mentioned this early in the broadcast. These are two very young teams. A lot of talent, but young. Brackett, pitch. Just inside, ball 1. Brackett trying to work both sides of the plate. Trying to keep the comfort level and the eye level of these batters off balance. 1-2 the count. Swung on and missed, and a big strikeout for Emily Brackett. 1 out. 1 on. Jessica Chambers. This is the bottom third now of the Enterprise order.
Batting number 7, Jessica Chambers.
Jessica, a sophomore. That one's going to be a slow roller to third. Picked up by Paige King. Throw to first for the out. It's going to, no, the umpire, there's a break for the Lady Wolves. The umpire said that it must have hit Jessica Chambers before it rolled into fair play. Must maybe hit her foot or her toe. So that's just a strike instead of an out. So a break for the Lady Wolves. Up straight. Does it stay in play? It's going to come back foul ball. So it's now an 0-2 count. Brackett really pitching some nice balls here. Kind of would expect that out of a senior. Still has to seal the deal here. 1 out, 1 on. 0-2's the count. Here's the pitch. Swung and just a piece there for Miss Chambers. Fouled it back to the screen. Ooh. Nice change up there by Emily Brackett. Umpires in the box. Here's the pitch. A little high and called a ball. Brackett, again, working the eye level of the batter. Chambers hanging in there. 1-2 the count. The pitch. Called strike 3. Man, what a changeup on the outside corner. We had to wait for the call. It looked good, but you had to wait for the closed fist, and the clenched fist came. A huge strikeout for Emily Brackett. Enterprise down to their last out. 1 on at first base, 2 down. Shaylee Reber digging in. The pitch. Looper right to Paige King. She gloves it, and the Lady Bulldogs claim a hard-fought 5-3 win in this state quarterfinal, a quarterfinal between two region champs. And on this afternoon, the Lady Bulldogs come out victorious. I have a feeling that these two squads are going to see each other again. A very hard-fought win. Congratulations to the Lady Bulldogs and to Coach Tyson Brackett over a very game Enterprise Lady Wolf squad. So, at the close of this game, congratulations to both teams. It was truly a dramatic game. Both teams had multiple opportunities, and both teams had some timely pitching and defense. But in the end, that insurance run pushed across in the bottom of the sixth by the Lady Bulldogs gave them that 2-run margin and a little bit of cushion. Emily Brackett and her